This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, we all saw that video yesterday of Future in the airport. He was in Ibiza in Spain. And according to reports and the video that you saw Future's bodyguard get knocked out. Well, Future has responded to the story because they tried to act like Future was not concerned. He just wasn't paying attention and didn't want to jump in. He posted basically these fake goons asked to suck my... For a picture, I told them no. Apparently, they get angry and do some sucker-ish. I left the airport. They edit the video. They filmed and sent to the blogs. Real tough guys. What they did to security, I didn't see, period. I'm not a witness to anything. Leave me out. Anything having to do with this incident. Now, what sources are saying is that these guys were harassing him, saying racial things to him in the airport. And that's because they asked for a picture. And Future didn't feel like doing that. He had been up all night. He was tired. He just didn't feel like taking a picture. That's when his bodyguard stepped in and tried to block them and get Future to his ride. And that's when the bodyguard actually ended up having to beat up several of the guys before someone came behind him and sucker punched him with a rock. According to sources, they said Future actually wasn't even there when that happened. His team got him away from the whole situation, noting what's happened with A$AP Rocky. They didn't want something like that to happen to Future as well. So they said the bodyguard is doing fine. And that video was edited, according to Future and according to sources. They edited it to make it look like Future just wasn't concerned about the situation, but he said he wasn't even there. He was gone.
These artists, any public figure has the right to protect themselves. They're targets for clout chasers and whoever else. And when one of y'all gets shot, nobody going to feel bad and hashtag your name. And the sad part about it is when one of these people protect themselves, they're going to automatically become the bad guy. And people are going to say, y'all know better. You got too much to lose. You should show restraint because you're a celebrity. No, the first law of nature is self-preservation. I will protect myself.
And he should. And what they did to that security was foul. And what was Future supposed to do? Even if he was there, I'm supposed to fight? No, I paid the security guard. That's my security. I pay him as an employee. That's what he is. His job is to get me out of harm's way. That's his job.
And that's the first line of defense. And once the first line of defense goes down, you got to go run for cover.
Got to do what you got to do.
That's the way things are.
All right, now A$AP Rocky, since we're referencing that whole situation, they said the attacker in his case will not be charged. So the man who attacked his crew will not be prosecuted for any crime.
So the dude that hit security with the headphones?
Yeah, even though he incited everything and was harassing him, they said that they believe that guy who harassed A$AP Rocky attacked his bodyguard in self-defense after he was pushed and lifted by his neck. So prosecutors have come to that conclusion, even though there's no video to support that. Now, the bodyguard has also been cleared by Swedish authorities, so they're saying that he also acted appropriately. So that's weird that they both can have acted appropriately. There's even fans in Sweden that are Swedish people showing support for A$AP Rocky. They have free A$AP posters, and they've been going around with those. Now, A$AP Rocky's mom had some things to say, and she believes that Sweden is trying to make an example out of A$AP Rocky.
Let me ask you most importantly, have you spoken to your son?
Only once, 5 days ago. He sounded all right. I mean, under the circumstances.
What can be done to help your son?
I don't know. That's why, we thinking that if the president himself got involved and contacted who he did, if that ain't help, what will help? I feel like Sweden is making an example out of our boys. Okay, and it's so unjust. I don't want to call the race card, but that's what it's looking like.
They're also saying that if he beats this case, then Sweden might be forced to pay millions of dollars. The law there, if someone is charged with a crime and they're found not guilty, then the country could have to pay for all the money that you lost as a result of incarceration. And, he's had to cancel a bunch of shows, and obviously there's a lot of flights involved, lawyers' fees, and all of that.
Listen, in the words of Malcolm X, and I keep saying this because I keep seeing people, try to change the narrative of this situation. I'm for justice no matter who is for or is against. It's not about A$AP, right? It's about justice. It's not about who you like. It's about what's right. Y'all can't turn injustice into a popularity contest. It's either injustice or it's not, because this can be any black person at any given moment.
Anybody, that's right.
I care about justice, period. That's it. No, I don't. It's not about A$AP.
It's just not right.
All right, now Designer has admitted that he spends a lot of money on Uber. Now, I personally feel like I spend a lot of money on these ride services, but not as much as Designer. Here's what he said on his Instagram story.
My business manager telling me I got to chill out with the Ubers. I'm spending like $20,000 on a month.
That's just dumb.
That's a lot. You could hire
that's just stupid.
someone and lease a car for them to drive. For
Where
that
you
amount of money.
going? And first of all, if you're doing shows all around the world, all around the country, they're going to have car services for you most
And
of
where's
the
your
time.
panda?
Sometimes.
So why are you personally spending 20 grand on Uber?
Sometimes it could get costly if he's traveling a lot and he's taking different shows and different things. And a lot of time it might be all in. It's easy to hop in the Uber, get in and get
$20,000 a
out.
month?
It could get if
That's
he's,
a lot.
If he's
20
doing that
grand a
many
month?
shows and he has no car and he's moving around with an Uber,
It
it could
sounds
be.
to me like he's getting in the Uber and telling the Uber to wait for him.
That's about
All right?
$700 a day.
He's telling the Uber wait for him, and then he's jumping back in the car. He's treating the Uber like it's an actual car service. No, it's a drop off and pick up type of situation.
And if he's going from New York to New Jersey, that Uber's expensive, bro. That Uber's like at least $160, $175, just one way.
He's probably calling the luxury SUV. Look,
And
you
that's
gotta do
the,
what I do.
And that's the
Just
small
call it a
Uber.
regular car.
But like this 160 is the small Uber, so yeah, that's about $350, $400 for
Go
a
ahead and
luxury.
bring that Corolla, that Accord.
I ain't mad at the Corolla or the Honda when they got
I'm
one pick
fine.
How much is that a year? 20 grand a month. Hold on, 20.
That's $240,000, bro.
Geez, that's $250,000 a year in Uber.
I can't
That's
believe you needed a
ridiculous.
calculator.
You could buy a car and a driver for that. You know what I'm saying? What you mean you didn't know I needed a calculator? You didn't yell out the number.
I did.
I know after Envy did. She didn't. She the main one talking about you needed a calculator. You ain't yell out no numbers that quick. Envy did, but you didn't.
That's a pretty easy. 2 times 12 is 24.
Okay. We didn't say anything.
All right, now let's talk about Meg Thee Stallion. She is trademarking the hot girl summer phrase. It makes sense. She just
Nobody
filed
did
for
that
that
yet?
trademark by July 10th. Actually, somebody on Twitter pointed it out to her, like, I hope you got that trademarked. And that's when she said, you know I do. And that same day, you can see she filed for that trademark. So it only makes sense to have that hot girl summer. So she wants to make some T-shirts, sweatshirts. She already has the playlist on Spotify, and she's doing a hot girl summer anthem before the season's out. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.